Right, hello. Instalment number 5 of the more unusual palms to grow here in the UK. This time I'm doing it in a greenhouse because this is where I've got the Licuala grandis situated. I didn't want to shock it by putting it outside, and I bought it maybe 5 or 6 weeks ago. It's already had enough trauma due to the repotting. So let's have a look. If you watched the original video of when I bought it, there was 3 plants or 3 palms in one pot. So we're looking at 2 here, and the third is the other end of the greenhouse. So the biggest out of the 3 is also doing the best. See, the leaves aren't fully open yet. They will eventually be totally pretty much round, just a slight corrugated edge. Known also as the ruffle fan palm. The leaves don't split unless they're damaged by winds or something like that. So in general it's a complete fan, they don't split at all, like I say. So this one is the best looking one out of the 3. It's pushing a new spear, which has put a couple of inches on since I've had it, so it's doing okay. Very slight leaf burn there from the sun. That leaf does sort of face the sun as it comes round, but the rest of the leaves are looking good. So obviously the more immature leaves are quite small, sort of strap-like, and as each leaf gets bigger, it sort of tends to widen out. This is fairly hard to get hold of palm, I'd say, in the UK. Obviously sold as a house plant. I wouldn't say it's particularly suited for outdoor growing in the UK. It is if you've got a very sheltered spot, doesn't really want sun at all, maybe a little bit of filtered or a very early morning sun, but yeah, I don't think that's gonna be an understory palm. So yeah, that's a look at the best out of the 3. So that was the biggest in the pot out of the 3. The other 2 are looking like this. So obviously through a bit of a tantrum with the roots getting messed with. So you can see a lot of the older leaves are just totally died up and given up. I will cut them off now that they're totally gone brown. So we're down to 1 good leaf, which again has got a little bit of burn on the top. So that leaf is giving the plant energy, and it has, you see it right down there, is a new spear starting to push. So obviously didn't like its roots messed with too much. Maybe I must have broke a few roots on that one, same as the 3rd one, whereas obviously the biggest one had the strongest root system. So you're going to find that if you do grow several plants in a pot, you're always going to have one that's going to sort of dominate the pot, if you like, get its roots down first and dominate. You'll have a couple of smaller ones, which is not a bad thing if you like that look. But I want totally separate palms in separate pots, so that's what I done. So it is a gamble, you can kill them. So I weren't sure on this. I mean, I have killed Livingstoners in the past by dividing and repotting, and I also killed Brahea Super Silver. All I've done is repotted it, and it didn't like its roots messed with at all. So you know, certain palms, a lot of palms, you know, like booties and stuff like that, and Tratricups, you can you can afford to pull them about a bit, and they don't mind too much, as long as you don't break too many roots and be a bit more gentle. But like I say, this one, it is pushing a new spear, so it's definitely not dying. It's just didn't like it's gone into a bit of a transplant shock. Yeah, so not looking good, but like I say, I'll cut them dead leaves off. We've got one good leaf to feed the plant, and hopefully that new spear will start pushing. Right, so these, like I said, really an indoor palm. I think I'll probably have them in the conservatory or greenhouse again next summer, just to stop too much light and wind damage, keep them looking as good as you can. I don't think they're definitely not the easiest palm, or probably not the most suitable for growing indoors, but I haven't attempted that yet over winter, so we'll see. So I've got 3 to experiment with, so I'll probably have one in a grow tent and one just as a house plant near the window, and see how they do. So it's not going to be I've got no experience with these, this is all new, so I just thought I'd document it in that sense. Yeah, so I can't really say much other than the fact that they're very good looking palms, and like I say, not the easiest to find, but yeah, I think when they do get a little bit bigger, I mean that they are slow growing obviously. I think potentially they can go down to I won't want to take them to the freezing point, but they'll take fairly cool temperatures for a short period. I mean, maybe if you've got a heated greenhouse, you could try your luck. I might try that with the third. Like I say, I've got 3, so I can experiment and see which works best over winter in that sense. So yeah, it's a learning curve for me, so hopefully I can do another video next year and see how they get through the winter. So that is Licuala grandis. It's a really good looking palm. I have been given these on other videos number rating, so for looks it's definitely pretty much a 10 out of 10. When they're healthy and looking good, they're, you can't really beat them. Slow growing, but maybe not a bad thing. So for growth wise, you're probably only looking about 4 out of 10, so they're going to be real slow. And they're cold hardy, not good at all. They're not going to take much cold, so again probably only a 3 or 4 out of 10 for that. But like I say, it's all new to me, so we will try and see what happens. Right, thanks for watching.